taking a picture?
No, I'm videotaping to show that I have my little crowd of 5 people instead of the required 8, but it's the best I could do. Shamelessly trying to. Gavin?
Mm-hmm.
Wanderlust, a strong desire to travel. Maybe you suffer from this affliction. I know I do. But you have a family and a job and responsibilities, and you can't just pick up and head to Paris or London or Italy. Speaking of your family, wouldn't it be awesome to show your own children a little taste of the world outside of their bubble here in Charlotte, North Carolina? The world has so much to offer, but life just gets in the way sometimes. There is a way to bring these other cultures to your family, though. Through a foreign exchange student program, you can learn about another culture and in a small way dissolve the line between Charlotte, North Carolina and almost any other country in the world. Today I'm going to tell you why it's a great idea to host a student in your home. I'll explain why the program was started here in the United States. I'll give you some information about what it takes to become a foreign exchange host family. And I'll also tell you about the benefits, not only to the child that you'd be hosting, but for your family as well. So let's begin with why the U.S. Department of State arranged this program. A major goal of the U.S. Department of State revolves around fostering public diplomacy. According to the 2014-2015 Local Coordinator Training, which is applied by the USDOS, public diplomacy is defined as the U.S. government seeking to directly engage the people of another country. While public diplomacy originally started during the Cold War, it has become a big tool since 9/11 in fostering positive relationships between us and other countries. We're seeking to improve our image abroad, particularly among younger generations, which is why foreign exchange students are an important way to do this. In a recent study by the Discover America Partnership, it was reported that of foreigners who visited the United States, 66% were more likely to be supportive of the U.S. policies than foreigners who had not visited our country. Of course, in theory, many of us would probably agree that the foreign exchange student program is a great idea. Deciding to open up your own home, however, it's a big decision and it requires a lot of thought. It shouldn't be taken lightly. When I say it's a big decision, it's one of those situations in life, not unlike having your own child, that if you're waiting for the perfect opportunity, you may feel like it never comes. But for many of you, the right time could be now. You could be thinking you don't have enough room in your home. According to the placement guide formulated by Education, Travel, and Culture, which is a J-1 visa Department State of Foreign Exchange program that has been in operation for 16 years, while it is required that a student has their own bed, they're allowed to share a room with another child of similar age and the same gender. You may be concerned that your family's so busy you wouldn't be able to offer a student enough personal attention and time. Truthfully, busy families are the best families. These kids come here wanting an authentic and genuine experience here with our families, and we are busy. It's what all of our lives are like. Having a full calendar, going to soccer games, running errands after work and on the weekends, it's going to give these kids an opportunity to help, to feel like they're actually being a benefit to your family as well. Helps them feel like they're fitting in, and it helps to ease them of their own homesickness because they're staying busy and they're doing things and they're not sitting around waiting for something to happen. You might be cautious about committing to an entire school year. 10 months can be a long time. There are students who sign up to come for only one semester. There are students who come for 5 weeks over the summer. And we also have families who decide that they will volunteer their time in their home to be an emergency family, just in case the family that a student is staying with needs to take a trip for some unforeseen circumstance and they're not able to take the student with them. They don't want to miss that time in school. We have families that will just take the student for those few days or weeks that they need help. You might have concerns about the additional cost for your family. After all, this really is more than just another mouth to feed. It can be a valid concern if you feel like your family is already just barely getting by. But for many of us, we cook so much food at dinner time we have leftovers. The leftovers go in the fridge and then they go into the trash and nobody has ever even eaten them. Extra food doesn't always have to be a big deal. you're talking about a little bit higher electric bill, water bill, gas bill, things like that. But that little amount of money can be looked at as very negligible compared to the benefits that are going to occur for your family. I'm going to explain more about these benefits in just a few minutes. The fact of the matter is, though, you're not expected, required, or obligated to spend money on clothing, restaurant meals, shopping, entertainment, or the like for your student that comes. They come with their own money. They come with an account that they'll set up here, and they will have money deposited every month by their parents. So they're set for that sort of thing. They are also offered trips often by the company that they are coming through, who will send them on trips through their company that their parents pay for to tour the country, and you don't feel like you have to take them to Disney World or to New York while they're here. For most families, these sorts of things will alleviate some of the concerns that they have about hosting. If you're a warm and open family who might be considering this, there are many benefits to hosting. If you were to speak to a representative of an organization such as Education, Culture, and Travel, they would be able to give you information about potential students, such as this profile I have here. I'm so sorry. I waited too long, I think. This profile here is just a sample of what they would give you, and it gives you quite a bit of information about a student that you could be hosting. The reason this is important is because we want to find someone that matches up with your family as far as hobbies, their future goals. You can find out details about the family that they're coming from, and you can also read a personal letter that the student wrote, which will tell you a little bit about them and help you to figure out if they would be a good fit for your family. Making sure that you do have a good fit is what's going to give you a positive and fun experience for that 5-month or 10-month period that you choose to host. An interest in foreign food, lifestyle, language, and culture can be made genuine and personal with a student who comes to share a school year with you, as they immerse themselves in our culture as well as sharing their culture with you. The shared experience will enrich your life by exposing you to customs outside of your own. Your children will broaden their own horizons, making them more tolerant, giving them a worldview that can't be learned in a classroom or on the internet. You'll be setting an example of generosity, bravery, and patience that your children and the student that you host won't ever forget. And just as importantly, you'll be creating memories and friendships that can last a lifetime. Now that you've heard about the Department of State's efforts to further public diplomacy through the Foreign Exchange Student Program, I hope that it's something that you would consider participating in. I've given you information today on why our Foreign Exchange Student Program was put into place. I've refuted many of the typical arguments that families often have when they're approached to host. And I've told you about some of the benefits that hosting will provide when you welcome a foreign exchange student into your home. I hope that you will consider finding out even more about a program available in your area that is certified through the Department of State. Deciding to open your heart and your home to a student from another country could be the beginning of one of the best years of your life. The end.
Awesome job. Awesome job.
I forgot I had this thing going, and yeah, so I skipped a couple slides.